4. Maintenance of mechanism. 4.1 Notes of maintenance. Notes of the maintenance work as follows. 1. Do not adjust or disassemble any hydraulic component. 2. Do not modify the crane oil circuit and lines without permission. 3. Warranty application shall be applied for abnormal phenomenon. 4. Make inspections and maintenance regularly and be familiar with inspection and maintenance methods. 4.2 Maintenance for chassis. Chassis maintenance is conducted according to certain rules. Initial check rule. Conduct the first check at 1,500 kilometers. Mileage rule for routine check. Make the first inspection at 5,000 kilometers and then once every increase of 10,000 kilometers. Mileage rule for first-class maintenance. Make the first inspection at 10,000 kilometers and then once every increase of 20,000 kilometers. Mileage rule for second-class maintenance. Make the first inspection at 20,000 kilometers and then once every increase of 40,000 kilometers. A routine check contains 1. Check the oil levels in the main reducer and the wheel side reducer. 2. Check the action of wiper. 3. Check the towing hook for fixation and action. 4. Check wheel nuts for fixation. 5. Drain the air reservoir. 6. Check whether the carriage bolts are fixed firmly and tighten them if necessary. 7. Check the electric system, signal lamp, headlamp, side marker lamp, wiper, heater, and ventilation device for working conditions. 8. Check correctness of the rotation speed of electric tachometer. The first-class maintenance focuses on lubricating and fastening. Besides routine maintenance, main contents also include the following items. 1. Cleaning. It is mostly to clean vehicle body, chassis, and to wipe engine, each part of chassis, and clean fuel pump, air filter, and to replace engine oil filter cartridges. 2. Fastening inspection. Check the connections, bolts, and nuts of engine, chassis, seat, each peripheral part of the vehicle body for fixation. Test and tighten them if necessary. Special attention shall be paid to the specified torque. 3. Adjustment. Check the engine belt for tightness. Free movement distance of brake and clutch pedals, amount of free swing of steering wheel, movement distance of parking brake joystick. 4. Tire operation. Inflate as per requirements. Equip enough inflating valve cap and check whether there's serious scratch on outer surface of the tire. The second-class maintenance focuses on inspection and adjustment. Maintenance items include 1. Perform maintenance as all the items of primary maintenance. 2. Clean fuel filters, replace paper coarse fuel filter cartridges. 3. Check clutch master and slave pumps for oil amount. 4. Dismantle the wheel brake for inspection. Clean, lubricate, and adjust the gap between the hub bearing and the brake friction plate and brake drum, and replace the wheel position. 5. Replace lubricating oil of engine, transmission, intermediate, and rear axles. 6. Discharge deposits in the fuel tank and clean the fuel filter. 7. Check the valve clearance and adjust it if necessary. 8. On demand, remove the injector pump and oil transfer pump for inspection. Check the oil pressure and oil spray and adjust them if necessary. 9. Check cylinder cover nuts for fixation and tighten them to required torques in hot state. 10. Check and adjust the free travel of clutch and brake pedals. 11. Check the steering gear tank oil level and fill it to the required surface if insufficient. 12. Check the steering wheel for free rotation amount and adjust it if necessary. 13. Check the transmission shaft cross bearing and intermediate bearing for looseness and any flange nuts for tightening. 14. Check and adjust toe-in. 15. Check the front leaf spring U-bolts, rear leaf spring locking bolts, and shackle for tightness and tighten the bolts. 16. Clean and lubricate the starter and generator bearings. 17. Check the brake and clutch pipelines for oil or air leak and promptly tighten or replace. 18. Check the pneumatic brake system and clean or replace air filter cartridge. The crane also needs third-class maintenance. For detailed third-class maintenance, please refer to the Product Operation and Maintenance Manual and contact Service Department of SANY or engine manufacturer. With respect to the replacement of engine oil, stop the engine and unscrew the drain plug on the oil sump and on the oil filter and drain the engine oil out when the oil is still hot, and then tighten the drain plug firmly and inject the engine oil from the oil inlet until the full scale. After adding the engine oil, run the engine at idle for several minutes. After about 30 minutes, when the engine stops, oil shall flow completely back to the oil tank, and then oil level shall be checked. Then add the oil full if the level is lower than the full scale. At last, check it for oil leakage. When inspecting the engine oil level, replace the oil if it is badly black. For a new vehicle, after working for 30 to 50 hours, the engine oil shall be replaced. During the oil replacement, the engine oil filter cartridge shall also be replaced. Replacing the filter needs special filter wrench, and see attached engine operation and maintenance instruction for detailed method. Do conduct maintenance as specified. Diesel filter shall be cleaned as follows. 1. Place the container under the drain plug of the fuel filter. 2. Unscrew the air cock and oil drain plug to drain the diesel and sediment out of the filter. 3. Unscrew the long central bolts and remove the filter oil bottle, filter, spring seat, and spring. 4. Wash all parts with diesel rather than filter cartridge. 5. Assembly the gasket on the long central bolt and then insert them into the oil filter bottle. Assemble the spring, spring seat, and filter on the oil filter bottle in order. And at last, assemble the gasket and O-ring and screw the long central bolt into the oil filter cover. 6. Drain the air out with the hand oil pump. 7. Check them for oil leakage. 2 items shall be specially noted. The first is do not wash the filter. The second is to check the filter for clogging or dirty state. If series clogged or dirtied or running for 1,000 hours, replace it with new filter cartridge that matches with the original filter. For each disassembly, replace O-ring and gaskets. Air filter in the power system shall be swept and washed. For sweeping, disengage the latch to pull out the side cover and filter element, and then sweep the air filter bottle and side cover, and insert the filter element slightly and then tighten the nuts. At last, press the side cover on the air filter bottle and then lock the latch. Cleaning shall be performed as follows. 1. Dissolve the detergent with 40 degrees centigrade warm water. 2. Soak the filter element into the cleaning solution for about 30 minutes to wash it for 4 to 5 times. 3. Take the filter cartridge out and raise it to remove dirt and cleaning solution away, with not too large washing force applied. 4. Throw away the water and then dry the filter element. 5. After filter element becomes dirty, place the bulb inside to check the filter paper for damage, small pore, or thin part. If poor or damaged gasket is found, replace it with new one. Before use of the new axle, Add number 90 heavy load gear oil to the reducer to the oil holes level with about 12 liters added. And then add sufficient number 2 lithium-based grease into all lubricating nozzles. After the use of new axle, the vehicle must take the run-in for 1,500 kilometers, readjust the brake clearance, and recheck fastenings before normal operation. Fastenings do not include glued bolts. When the clearance between the brake pad and brake drum is too large, this may affect the braking performance of the whole vehicle. At this time, adjust the worm hex head on the boom with wrench. First rotate it counterclockwise to make the clearance equal to 0, and then rotate it clockwise until 2 steel ball falling off sounds are heard. At this time, the clearance is 0.5 to 1 millimeter. For detailed maintenance of traveling system, please refer to the product operation and maintenance manual. Now, I'd like to introduce the maintenance of steering system to you. For steering gear maintenance, you need to notice the items below. 1. Do not let the truck to slide after flameout to prevent accident caused by the heavy steering due to the shutdown of the engine. 2. If a fault occurs to the steering system due to the oil pump or oil way, the steering gear can be taken as a mechanical one to force the truck to turn and reach the repair station, but long-term force steering is not allowed. 3. The inside of the power steering system must be kept clean, and the work oil face in the system shall not be lower than the standard required. 4. When the truck travels in a straight line, if the steering wheel free travel is found to be too large or small, you shall check the steering universal joint and the pull rod system. 5. When steering, turning the steering wheel to its limit positions is permitted, but don't do this for too long a time to prevent reducing the service life of the oil pump. When adding the oil into the steering system, please follow the following points. 1. When the oil tank is full with oil from the oil inlet, start the engine and then shut it off to check the oil level in the oil tank, and then add oil repeatedly several times until the oil level reaches the specified value. 2. Start the engine to run it for 2 minutes at idling speed, and then shut down the engine to check the oil level in the oil tank. Restart the engine and turn the steering wheel to the leftmost and rightmost to check the oil level. If necessary, add the oil until the oil level reaches the specified level. Steering system shall be exhausted as follows. 1. Run the engine at idle speed and turn the steering wheel to leftmost and rightmost for several times. 2. Unscrew the exhaust screw 1 circle to make the steering device at intermediate position to exhaust the air and vaporize oil liquid. When the pure clean oil flows out, tighten the exhaust screw and then check the oil level and add oil. We'd like to remind you that the tightening torque for air exhaust screws shall be 4 to 6 Newton meters. Don't turn under loose exhaust screw state, otherwise air will enter the system. 4.3 Maintenance for Superstructure. Superstructure maintenance consists of regular maintenance, monthly maintenance, and yearly maintenance. We are here to give you a detailed introduction by selecting monthly maintenance as an example. If your machine needs a monthly maintenance, it shall be dominated by professional maintenance staff and participated by the operator. See details as follows. 1. Hydraulic oil tank. Check and analyze on oil quality, clean or replace filter cartridge. Technical specification, no contamination, no abnormal color or odor from oil. 2. Slewing mechanism. Check and tighten the slewing ring bolts and adjust the brake clearance. Technical specification, tightening torque is 1,350 plus or minus 50 Newton meters, and slewing brake clearance is 0.1 to 0.25 millimeters. 3. Hoisting mechanism. Check the wire rope, tighten connecting bolts, and adjust brake. Technical specification, Wire rope shall be replaced if scrap standard is complied with. Tighten with specified tightening torque, clearance between brake and brake drum 0.8 to 1.0 millimeters. 4. Hydraulic components, check. Technical specification, no damage on pipeline, no leakage on joint, normal operating of pump and motor, no abnormal noise or overheat, no serious wear on hydraulic cylinder, no leakage on valves, no block, normal pressure for accumulator. 5. Boom and jib, pulley and hook, check. Technical specification, no deformation, damage, no block on pulley. 6. Shaft pin and brush, check. Lubricate. Technical specification, no serious wear, add lubricating grease per 8 hours. 7. Lubrication, check, add. Technical specification, check the quality and quantity of each drive gear oil, add lubricating grease to each lubricating point, eliminate leakage. 8. Safety protector warning device, check, test. Technical specification, flexible transmission, complete warning label, error for moment limiter no more than plus or minus 5%. 9. Performance of complete vehicle, check, test. Technical specification, normal operation of transmission device, correct indicating of instrument, reliable brake function, clean vehicle, complete attached devices, excellent outrigger function. For detailed regular and yearly maintenance, please refer to the Product Operation and Maintenance Manual. Routine inspection shall be often performed for some important parts of crane, such as boom, jib, drum and wire rope, hooks and pulley, control lever and pedal. 4.4. Lubrication and oil. Machine lubrication and maintenance can be conducted based on lubricating map. What you see now in the video is just the lubricating map of chassis and superstructure. For detailed lubricating method, please refer to the Product Operation and Maintenance Manual. Here, special attention shall be paid to one point: not to mix hydraulic oil, gear oil, and lubricating grease together of different brand. Regarding maintenance, firstly, you shall pay attention to the selection of oil and coolant. A proper oil shall be chosen according to the difference of seasonal air temperature. For the detailed use, you may refer to the oil table. As for the selecting of coolant, it is recommended to use a long-run, effective 4-season universal antifreeze whose minimum effective temperature shall be lower than minimum temperature. Attention! If the oil is found to be badly polluted, it shall be replaced even not in oil replacement period. The oil level needs to be checked frequently and refill it if the level is lower than the required value. Specific replacement steps for all kinds of oil refer to SOM. 4.5. Replacement of wire rope. The wire rope shall be replaced in case of the following problem. Percentage of broken wires per strand is up to 10%, except for rope core. Diameter is decreased more than 7% of nominal diameter. When wire rope has been knotted, obvious deformations, for example strand sagging, result in splice and corrosion of steel wire. Wire rope is replaced as follows. 1. Lower the main hook down to the ground. 2. Remove the rope sleeve from the bottom top or main hook. 3. Pull out wire rope from the rope sleeve. 4. Pull the wire rope out of the reel. 5. Remove the wire rope from the reel. 6. Reeve the new wire rope through one pulley at boom top. 7. Fix the wire rope end on the main winch drum. 8. Roll up wire rope. 9. Reeve wire rope on pulleys on the top of boom and hook according to the corresponding rate. 10. Assemble the rope sleeve and rope clip on the wire rope. 11. Assemble the rope sleeve on the boom top or hook according to the corresponding rate. 12. Luffing up the boom to the large angle and extend it, and then lower the hook until the wire rope on the drum is put to last 3 circles. 13. Lift a heavy load with weight of 30% of maximum allowable value for single wire rope, and then reeve the wire rope on the drum. 14. Discharge heavy objects from the main hook. 4.6. Adjustment of retracting rope of boom. When boom retracts, the 4th and 5th boom cannot retract fully. This may be caused by poor adjustment of the retracting wire rope on the main boom. Therefore, wire rope shall be adjusted according to the following method. 1. With regard to adjustment of the retracting boom wire rope of the 5th boom, first open the cover plate on the head of the 5th boom to expose the nuts on the head of the pulling back wire rope. Unscrew the locking nuts and tighten the adjusting nuts until you make sure of wire rope tightened, and then tighten the locking nuts and assemble the cover. 2. With respect to adjustment of the retracting boom wire rope of the 4th boom, find out the pulling back rope sockets symmetrically with the main boom on both sides, and unscrew locking nuts and then tighten the locking nuts. Now, all operations and maintenance on STC750 crane this video are finished. Epilogue. If you run into any problem during the crane operation and maintenance, please contact Service Department of SANY Automobile Hoisting Machinery Company Limited, and we will provide untiring service for you. Until now, we've had a clear comprehension of the basic need of the operation and maintenance for STC750 crane. Thank you very much for your use of our products. We will always sincerely offer you our utmost caring service and wish our products can provide you with better help. Thanks.